At 6, a new wave of tourists flocking to Mexico. They're thrill seekers out to see the other side of the border, if you will, including the violence behind human and drug smuggling. But is this all safe? ABC 15's Eric English spoke with one man who knows firsthand the dangers of being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
In 1999, Ken Cruzensterno was kidnapped while on a business trip in Mexico. For 2 weeks, his captors kept him bound, gave him very little food and water, and demanded cash for his release. He recalls it as a painful nightmare and can't understand why a new breed of tourists would put themselves at risk to go through something similar.
I can't imagine why someone would want to go down and page to get involved in that.
It's called dark tourism. Groups of people who steer clear of beaches, cruises, and traditional tours and reportedly make their way to border towns seeking the reality of drug cartel violence and the misery of human smuggling.
If they're that crazy, I mean, why don't they don't need to pay for it. Why don't they just go down there on a Saturday night and go to an area that's obviously not very well maintained and get out of the car, and I think they'll get all the thrills they want on their own.
In addition to visiting sites of previous violence, groups could travel to notoriously dangerous areas for photo opportunities. There are even reports of tours allowing customers to pretend to sneak into the U.S., trying to elude guides dressed as Border Patrol agents. Cruzensterno says it's just tempting trouble to visit those hot zones.
A lot of people think that they got rules down there, and there are no rules. When you leave this country, all them rules are behind.
A tour of the darker side, raising the stakes of travel. In Phoenix, Eric English, ABC 15 News.